Are we finally getting the Australian adult animated show that Bluey was supposed to be? G'day you cheeky dogs, today we are breaking down the news that the creator of Bluey, Joe Brumm, is finally making an adult animated series, which is what he always wanted Bluey to be. And if you don't know about that, I will talk about it in this video later as well, but first, let's talk about the new series.
Childish Dino, it's about me, I'm a kid, I'm 8.
This series is called Dino, and from the first look picture, it looks like an Australian Bob's Burgers. But is this really from Joe Brumm? Because a bit of internet sleuthing reveals a much bigger picture than what some of these articles are saying. First though, this is the description. Dino is a spirited, cheeky charmer of a boy whose tough exterior coats a real heart of gold. He is the most endearing, feisty kid you will ever meet, and is growing up in a ruthlessly tough neighborhood in a house that should be condemned. So basically Muffin as a human, but not in her luxurious home.
That biped is mine! Muffin! It's all mine!
Now we know that this will be extremely Aussie, just like Bluey, purely from the name Dino itself. For those of you who don't know, Aussies love their nicknames, and usually we add a Y or an O at the end, like Robbo, Tomo, or Dino in this case.
Dino, you're next.
Thank you, Judy. If my mum ever died, I'd like you to be my backup mum. Love you very much.
We do also get a little bit more of a description as well about the antics in the show. So Dino has no concept that the chips are stacked against him and embraces everyone equally, from the local teenage dropouts to the town police chief. At the heart of the series is Dino's friendship with Kit, his timid best mate from the wealthy side of town. Kit is blind to Dino's circumstances and is drawn to his friend's energy and fearless worldview. Together, they walk face first into an unfiltered world that's leaking empathy by the hour. Yet somehow, Dino still shines as a beacon of irreverent optimism, a reminder of how good life can feel.
Here's what twists my nipples, Mum.
No,
Anything delicious is wrapped in plastic. It's a big trick. I want to save the planet, Mum, but why am I being tricked?
So according to this article, Joe Brumm is the storyteller for this series, but also the executive producer, which means he gets to have final say usually in how the show would look and feel. However, this is why you must do a Google search, because it turns out that this series Dino has actually been around since 2019 and was not originally written by Joe Brumm, but by Dino Thomas, and originally was 6 4-minute episodes available on Facebook and Instagram. But those have now been wiped off the internet because of Hulu picking this up. Of course though, as you can see, this is the internet. Nothing is actually gone forever, and you can track down some of these episodes. Similar though to how Bluey is about Joe Brumm's life with his 2 daughters, Dino is about Dean Thomas's life growing up in Western Australia. So what does this actually mean? Well, as some people on Reddit pointed out, it looks more like Joe Brumm has thrown his support behind this project to help get it picked up, and is perhaps helping fund it or is going to be a showrunner for it. And whilst this is his first real proper step into adult animation after Bluey, it doesn't appear to be the adult animated Bluey series that he initially wanted to do, as per the pilot of Bluey, where the idea was more of a Simpsons level family orientated Australian version of dogs. But this was of course rejected by Netflix and by Hulu and Disney. So perhaps this is a step forward in the idea of him getting to make that kind of show that he always wanted to after the Bluey movie. And if Dino does well, then perhaps he can justify to Hulu to help him make that show. And again, many Bluey fans on Reddit really just want an adult spin-off of Bluey, because we already watched that show and love it for so many different reasons as parents, grandparents, adults with no kids, teenagers, and so on and so forth. So cheeky dogs, what do you think of this new Australian-style Bob Burgers show? Will you watch it based off your love for Bluey and Joe Brumm, or do you just want more animated dogs? Let me know in that comment section down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and bell for notifications so you know whenever I release any other videos.